great spread this evening. Thank you so much, Janet. She'll come out and do a curtain call in a second, I hope. Janet Giannacchio. When she comes out, just start clapping, and then we'll catch her off guard. Thank you for doing such a nice job. Really a nice recognition for what truly is a bittersweet moment for all of us. This is an incredible celebration of wonderful careers where each of you who are being recognized this evening have spent countless years in our district, impacted, well, hopefully not countless years, a defined significant number of years. You've spent a good portion of your lives here with your Suffern Central family. And I often say Suffern Central family because we truly are a family. We spend so much time together. We laugh together, we argue together, but we also come together. And this is always a nice evening to celebrate what makes Suffern Central and the family that we've developed here so great. And I'm gonna turn this over to Larry Mautone in a moment to say probably some more profound words about the individuals and about the evening. But before I go and sit down, I'd like to thank you for just the years of dedication, love, and passion you've had for the students here at Suffern Central. The impact you've had on countless students is just incredible. They thank you for it, their parents thank you for it, and our overall community is better because of the impact that you've had here at Suffern Central. So let's go ahead and start celebrating the incredible careers. Thank you, everyone. Mr. Mautone.
Thank you so much. I want to welcome our 14 retirees that are here this evening. I want to welcome their families that are here, their friends, their colleagues, our administrators that are here, those that are going to be speaking, and those that are just here for their support. And of course, the Board of Education for taking the time to recognize the work and the accomplishments of our retirees. So I want to be the second person to congratulate you, because Dr. Gunderson always gets to go first, on your wonderful careers here. And some have worked more than half their lives in this district, serving the students, helping the staff members here, helping the administrators to make this a better district for everybody. And I am very thankful for the administrators that are going to be here tonight that I'm going to call up to speak on behalf of the retirees that are currently in their respective buildings, even knowing that some of our staff members here have been in multiple buildings throughout their career here and have had impact on multiple students in multiple areas. And so tonight we're going to be celebrating people from our clerical unit, people from our teacher aides and monitors, and then teachers as well. So the way we're gonna do it is I'm gonna invite one of the principals up, and then they're gonna announce the retiree they're speaking about. They're gonna come up here with the principal, so there'll be awkward gazes and everything at people, and they'll feel uncomfortable as the principal says wonderful things about them. So first, from Cherry Lane, I'd like to welcome Miss Angela Aguilar.
Good evening, everybody, and again, thank you, and congratulations to all our retirees. I'd like to invite Robin Long up. Today, we are here to celebrate and honor Robin on her retirement from Suffern Central. Robin has been a part of our school district for the past 20 years. She started her career at Suffern Central as a student teacher and then quickly became part of the Cherry Lane family. Robin is a remarkable individual and a dedicated educator who has touched the lives of countless students. She is always going above and beyond the typical school day. She's always one of the first in the building in the morning and always one of the last to leave. Her passion for teaching is evident in every creative lesson that she's designed, every smile she's inspired, and every mind she's engaged. She has a special gift for making learning an adventure and sparking students' curiosity. One of the many examples of her innovation spirits is a vet day. on an event that we have become to love and a tradition for our second graders. Students will go from station to station, collaborating together the best way to heal and treat their animal friend. And there was also second grade Expo Day, Student Expo, where students shared about what they're experts in. Now, these cumulated activities are fun and playful, but don't let that deceive you and all the learning and the background knowledge that went into those final activities. That's exactly where she shines, embracing learning through play. I remember a specific lesson that I was watching where a student was playing where the students were playing an interactive game, math game, and about halfway through, a student had like this aha look, and he says, "Hey, wait, this is math." And Robin smiled and she laughed, like he had been tricked into learning. And she said, "Yes, of course, this is math." She hid the learning in the fun. Now, we also know that Robin has a unique flair for embracing the play and make-believe world. And what better way to do that with her incredible collection of hats? I couldn't go without mentioning all the wonderful hats that she has, from the pirate hats for adventure tales and the chef's hats for tasting a good book, to detective hats for those mysterious lessons that they're trying to solve in class, and even the elf hat that we all came to love and adore because those elves spread kindness throughout Cherry Lane, throughout the school day. Her hat collection is a symbol of her teaching philosophy, bringing joy and laughter into the classroom. We will miss her greatly, and we were happy for her and her husband, Craig. She shared that they had bought a home in upstate New York and where they planned on renovating that home. She shared that she's looking forward to gardening and having more time to spend with her one-year-old granddaughter, Selena Rose. So congratulations on your retirement. Wishing you and your family the very best. You will be dearly missed. Thank you. Okay, I know. Congratulations. I'd like next to invite Molly Munson up. Today, we're here to celebrate Molly Munson, a remarkable individual who has dedicated 18 years of enriching the lives of our students as an occupational therapist at Cherry Lane. She has not only worked at Cherry Lane, but throughout our district. She's worked at the middle school, Montebello, and Cherry Lane, and Viola. You see, we always learn something a little bit more. Molly is an incredible individual and truly has a heart of gold. Her colleagues would describe her as compassionate, gentle, and a fierce advocate for her students. Because she is passionate and believes in early intervention services. She has a quiet strength about her that I come to admire and I will miss. For nearly 2 decades, she has touched the hearts and minds and fine motor skills of countless children in our district. Her unwavering dedication of her students' well-being has been an inspiration for all of us. But beyond her professional career, she has shared her love for music, her gardening with all of us. Who could forget the performance with the Cherry Pits? On our annual talent show, she rocked the stage playing the guitar with her colleagues and was dressed like a young Janet Joplin, I swear. She looked great, incredible. I mean, she looked really cool. Outside of her work, she finds peace and joy in the simple pleasures of life. Her love for her cats, her passion for hiking through nature trails, and her skillful gardening reflects a life lived with balance and appreciation for the world around her. We will miss her tremendously at Cherry Lane, as I'm sure the rest of us will throughout the district, and we are happy for her and her husband, Carlo. She shared that she is excited to travel and they've already made a trip planned for this fall to Ireland. And for next June, they're going to Norway and Amsterdam. So she is ready to go. Her goal is actually to visit all the national forests in the United States, and I think that's amazing. Molly, you will be missed dearly, but your influence will remain with us always. We wish you endless days filled with love, loving the most things that you enjoy doing, your music, serene hikes, beautiful gardens, and comforting presence of your feline friends. Happy. Yes.
Thank you very much, Angela. I'm really going to miss working with you in particular. Thank you, Dr. Gunderson, the Board of Education, administration. It's wonderful to have my family, friends, colleagues here tonight, and my husband, Carlo, with whom we just had our silver anniversary in May. So, and I have dedicated my life to human services for 40 years. And for the past 18 years, it's been my honor to provide occupational therapy services for the Suffern School District. I've been blessed by wonderful students, families, and colleagues. And I've been so fortunate to do the work I love and to help our students learn, grow, progress, and reach their potential. As I move on to the next phase of my life, part of my heart will always be here. God bless you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Aguilar. I now, from RP Connor, want to welcome Kelly Bonatti.
You a step stool here, Larry. Okay. I'd like to invite up Miss Anne Marie Feen. Today is a momentous occasion as we gather to celebrate the retirement of someone truly remarkable, our beloved library clerk, Anne Marie, also known as Mama Feen. Throughout her years of service, Anne Marie has been the heart and soul of the RP Connor Library, with a smile that brightened even the gloomiest of days and a warmth that made everyone feel welcome. She has been a constant in the Suffern community. To the students and teachers and staff who have walked through the library doors seeking guidance or simply a piece of chocolate, our colleague has been a steadfast companion on their journey. Whether it was recommending the perfect book, offering a listening ear, or simply sharing a kind word, she has touched the lives of countless individuals and left an indelible mark on their hearts. To her colleagues, she has been more than just a coworker. She has been a work mom, a friend, and a source of unwavering support. Her dedication, her professionalism, and her tireless commitment to excellence have set the standard for all of us, inspiring us to strive for greatness in everything that we do. As we bid farewell to our work mom, we do so with a mixture of sadness and gratitude. Sadness because we will miss her presence dearly, but gratitude because we have had the privilege of knowing and working alongside someone so extraordinary. Anne Marie, as you embark on this new chapter of your life, know that your legacy will live on in the hearts and minds of all who have had the pleasure of knowing you. May your retirement be filled with joy, laughter, and new adventures, and may the memories of your time here bring you comfort and happiness for years to come. Thank you for everything. You will be missed, but your spirit will always remain in the place that you have called home. May your retirement be as bright and beautiful as you are.
Thank you.
She doesn't want to say anything. Next, I'd like to invite up Robin Cooper. Today we gather to honor a remarkable individual who has dedicated her career to the noble cause of education, specifically in the realm of special education. As we bid farewell to Robin, we do so with hearts filled with gratitude, admiration, and a touch of sadness. Robin is not just a teacher, she's a champion for every student who walks through her classroom door. Her career has been marked with unwavering dedication, compassion, and a profound commitment to the success and well-being of every child under her care. For Robin, teaching was never just a profession, it was a calling, a vocation fueled by a deep-seated belief in the potential of every individual, regardless of their challenge or limitations. She possesses a rare gift, the ability to see beyond disabilities, to nurture strengths, and to cultivate a sense of belonging and worth in each and every child. Robin created a nurturing environment where students felt safe to learn, to make mistakes, and to flourish at their own pace. Through patience, empathy, innovative teaching methods, she unlocked doors that were otherwise closed, empowering her students to surpass expectations and reach for the stars. But Robin's impact extends far beyond the walls of the classroom. She has been an advocate, a voice for the voiceless, and a pillar of support for families navigating the complexities of special education. As Robin embarks on this new chapter of her life, let us pause to reflect on the profound legacy she leaves behind. She has touched countless lives, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of all who have the privilege of knowing her. Though she may be retiring from formal education, her spirit, her passion, and dedication will continue to inspire all of us. So as we bid farewell to Robin, let us express our deepest gratitude for her 16 years of service, her unwavering commitment, and the countless lives she has enriched. And may your retirement be filled with joy, fulfillment, and the knowledge that you've made a difference in the lives of many. Thank you, Robin, for your compassion and dedication. You will be deeply missed, and your legacy will endure for generations to come. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. And I would like to invite up Paul Adler from the high school.
I'd like to start by inviting our very own Miss Claudia Goldman up to the front. Congratulations. I have the privilege of speaking about Claudia Goldman's lifelong work of supporting our students here at SHS. She has worked as a one-to-one for students with disability and does so with compassion and kindness. She's also assisted for countless hours with countless students in our adaptive testing center. And the people here who can speak best to her impact on students are those who have worked side by side with her over the years as classroom teachers. So here are some special notes from 6 different teachers who wanted to recognize your work. This is from Tim Mendolia. I've had the privilege of working with Claudia for several years. She's a dedicated and hardworking person. She's always willing to go out of her way to make sure that students with special needs are able to access the curriculum. Claudia has a great attitude and was always willing to aid and support the diverse learners that we work with on a daily basis. Her lovely attitude and smile will be missed by students and staff alike. Thank you, Claudia, for your years of dedication to the Suffern High School community. And from Michelle Woods, from the moment you walked into our classroom, I noticed your professionalism and kindness. Your calm demeanor belied your intense wisdom. You noticed everything going on in our class and were a tremendous help to both Jim and I. More importantly, you were help and guide to the students in our room. I wish you health, happiness, and relaxation in your retirement. No more early mornings for you. Next, from Mr. Jason Flack, science teacher. I very much enjoyed working with and getting to know Claudia for the majority of the school year. She was always willing to help not only her one-to-one student, but any student in the room. I also enjoyed speaking with Claudia about her outdoor adventures. I hope she enjoys many miles of hiking and paddling in retirement. From Jim Wetzel, Claudia went above and beyond for the kids in our class. She's a one-to-one, but was always available to help all the kids in the class. She never hesitated to circulate the room and help others. From Christina Edelman, Claudia has been a welcome presence in my classroom as an aide over the years. She has assisted with support and instruction as she helps students with their focus and comprehension. We miss her in our class and wish her the best. And finally, from Ms. Ariel Sanzo, working in the special education department requires a special kind of person, someone with patience, a heart full of empathy, and a commitment to make every student feel valued and understood. Claudia, you embody all these qualities and so much more. Your presence, both in our classroom and outside the classroom, has been a source of comfort and encouragement to both students and staff alike. Your soft-spoken and calm demeanor made working with you a pleasure. From history to cybersecurity, Claudia, You help students navigate challenges and celebrate their victories no matter how small. Thank you for your years of service, your unwavering dedication, and the love you have shown Suffern. May retirement allow you to enjoy more of life's pleasures like reading books and being in your garden. Claudia, we wish you an amazing retirement full of hiking, painting, and spending time with your 3 children. Thank you for all you have done for our students here at SHS. I'd now like to call up Mr. George Kunzman. So George, I don't know if you know this, but one of the best parts of my day, each and every day, is standing in the math hallway during a passing period, and it starts with your booming voice. Hey kid, welcome back, buddy. How you doing last night's game? Checking in. And then I see our students' faces change. As soon as they hear George's booming voice, their expressions change from the default grumpy teenage face to big toothy grins as they see their math teacher making their day that much better. He greets every single student every single day at the door. He checks in with them, sees how they're doing. He says something funny or kind to each and every one of them. And I've spoken to our students, and it means a lot to them. It is this presence that we are going to so miss at Suffern High. Beyond his wonderful relationships with students, George is a fantastic math teacher. He knows the content inside and out and breaks down complex topics into understandable pieces. It is rare to see students stuck or confused for too long in Mr. Kunzman's class because he takes the time to ensure every kid really understands the material and is quick to help students who need support. A little bit about George's career. George received his BS in marketing at St. Thomas Aquinas and then earned his master's in science of teaching and math at Iona. He began his career in Spring Valley before coming to Suffern in 2003. George was indispensable in the math department and taught a wide variety of math courses, including multiple levels of geometry, Algebra 2, SUNY Albany pre-calculus. George was the head varsity boys basketball coach, freshman boys basketball coach, JV basketball coach, assistant varsity girls basketball coach, and the head varsity girls golf coach for many years throughout his 21 total years at SHS. I'd now like to share some comments from George's colleagues who spoke to his unique qualities. From our math department chair, Mr. Brian Schwartz, George has maintained a great rapport with students throughout his years at SHS. The students were always welcome in his room or his lunch duty location to get extra help in math. He's the type of teacher who students felt at ease talking to because of his calming, encouraging demeanor. His colleague, Joe Lofberg, said, George is an awesome coach whose passion for the game of golf has definitely rubbed off on our students. He's an intense coach who always demanded the best out of his athletes. He's also simply a fan of sports and very knowledgeable in all of them. Our girls' golf program owes its success to his passion, commitment, and expertise. His colleague, Stacy Samora, said, although I've known George for over 7 years, it seems like a lifetime. George is an awesome person, a mentor, and a teacher. He was a tremendous asset to the department and school. Whether it was through coaching or teaching, he was very passionate at what he did and did everything with the utmost professionalism and positivity. His passion to help and educate others was exemplary. He also has a pretty decent sense of humor. His friendship and humor will definitely be missed as he starts his new adventure, and I couldn't be more excited for all that retirement has to offer him. And from our former principal, Pat Breen, George is incredibly dedicated to our students as well as supportive of new math teachers and department initiatives, and certainly a leader in the department. He was always very involved in extracurricular lives of our students. And finally, from our athletic director, Mr. Andy Guccione, George was an excellent head varsity boys coach. He was detail-oriented, organized, and he approached the job very seriously and professionally. He was our head girls golf coach for many years, and thanks to his incredible work, the team won many, many county titles. On top of this, George is a champion for the entire athletics program. You'll see him at multiple events, and he's a fixture in the community. The athletics department will miss George dearly. George, thank you for the years of dedication to our school. Whether it be your big friendly voice in our hallways or your big smile and support of our athletics teams, your presence will be missed. I'd like now to call up Mrs. Kate Blitz. So honestly, I'm a little sad that we only got a year, right? in her incredible classroom. Her ceramics classroom is just unbelievable. And I only got 1 year to see it, so, but it's been incredible to see. So it's my honor to share remarks about our wonderful art teacher here, Miss Kate Blitz. And when I asked her colleagues to share some thoughts about what made Kate unique, it took all of 20 minutes for the emails to pour in. So that tells you a little bit about how much we treasure Kate and her work. So first, some important things to know about Kate. She was in business before becoming our art and ceramics teacher. She actually worked as an assistant comptroller. She's certified in phys ed. So maybe you want to come back as a phys ed teacher? No. She has her admin certificates for both building leader and central administration. You never told me that. Okay. In her classroom, Mrs. Blitz is always thinking about her students first. She's been incredibly generous. She often brings in donuts or cupcakes to celebrate special occasions with her students or to be inspiration for a project. Each of her students actually receives a card and stickers on their birthday. She has raised, along with her students, over $10,000 for local food pantries through her Empty Bowls fundraisers. Raise your hand if you've seen those little empty bowls there. Yeah, that's great. She's designed our playbill for upwards of 20 years for our musicals. You may have even seen her working the chains at football games. Okay, do you sleep at all? No? JV. Yeah, JV, okay. She's an avid gardener and has had her pond and gardens featured in garden tours. And most importantly, while at Suffern High, she built our incredible ceramics program. I can confidently say that every student who comes through the doors in our future and finds their passion in ceramics will have Kate Blitz to thank for their opportunity. I'd like now to share some comments directly from students who wanted to speak to Kate's work. One student shared, "Ms. Blitz, you once told me it's okay to take risks, to fail and then go on to proceed. If something breaks or falls apart, you'll be able to start again. And the second time it will work better. I've taken what you said and applied it to everything I've done since I left your classroom and went out into the real world." Another student shared, "Ms. Blitz, your kindness and passion for art truly pushed me beyond my limits and helped me realize I was more capable than I originally thought." A current seniors of ours shared, "Mrs. Blitz, your guidance and support have not only taught me the craft, but also helped me to rediscover my passion for art, which I am incredibly grateful for. Your classroom and present offered such a safe and comforting atmosphere as there was never a time I didn't look forward to coming to your class." And finally, one of our alums mentioned that everyone deserves a teacher like Mrs. Blitz. She is caring, hardworking, and always pushes her students to step out of their comfort zone and explore new forms of art. Kate, thank you so much, and we wish you the very best in the future. We would now like to honor Mr. Bill Delaney. All right, Bill, you're killing me because you're the only friend I got as a Boston sports fan in this building, and you're leaving. So hopefully I'll survive the next few years. All right. But in all seriousness, we'd love to honor Bill Delaney right now. As Bill has been just an amazing special education teacher for over 30 years here at Suffern High. He came to us after being at Worcester Polytechnic Institute. For those from Massachusetts, that's called Worcester. So at Worcester Poly from Massachusetts. His wife, Sue, also teaches at the high school where they met, and his sons, Travis and Jackson, are graduates of Suffern High, and his daughter, Grace Ann is currently at Suffern Middle. Since joining the high school, Bill has been highly dedicated to his students, supporting students with disabilities in support classes, as well as in mainstream classes as a co-teacher. His co-teacher from the last few years, Ms. Guerra, stated, "We've been co-teaching together for years now, and time sure does fly. I've appreciated everything you've done over the years, especially laughing at my terrible, corny jokes, teaching me all the Boston slang. It's been an honor to be your co-teacher and teammate. You're a staple of the Suffern community and have been there for me and all of your colleagues. Best of luck and enjoy your hard-earned retirement." So outside of the classroom, many of you know that Bill served as head coach of Suffern varsity football for over 26 years. That's a lot of practice time. And as assistant AD Joe Lofberg states, Billy is synonymous to that program. He helped build it into what it is today. Outside of just football, he's visible at just about every sports event, home and away. He simply loves sports and supporting athletes. He's a workhorse at all he does. In doing so, he's built strong relationships with just about every player he's come in touch with. And one of our newer teachers and current football coaches, Dan Muller, shared some thoughts about Bill as a source of support. Billy was a great mentor and was very supportive of any ideas that came from any of his assistant coaches. He was always willing to listen to our ideas and always had your back. He's always been open to giving me advice and supporting what is best for the football program. He's always there for football players as well. Whether it was in the classroom or running wind sprints with the players, he also got faster the more he ran. He's someone who's always talked about hold the rope. And Bill's colleague, Ben Battles, also listed 5 things that have made Billy unique as a coach. Ben said, "There's nothing Billy will not do to help someone out. Almost every day at football practice, he'll be the last one off the field just so I can go home early to see my own children." Number 2, Bill has never thrown out a piece of clothing. He has Suffern football shirts from I can attest to this. He has Suffern football shirts from the 1990s. They have a million holes in them, and he wears them with pride. So have you tried to throw these out? Not winning. Okay.
She won't touch me.
Okay. He gives every single kid on the team a nickname. It's a team builder that he does to give all kids a sense of belonging. He's willing to answer my question, and I ask a lot. Not only will he answer, but he'll give me his reasoning and theory behind why he does something a certain way. And finally, Ben says, he's one of the best storytellers you'll ever hear, but I'm not sharing any of his stories. Finally, another colleague, Tim Mendiola, has observed Coach Delaney's commitment on a daily basis. Here he says, "Bill Delaney is the most positive, high-energy guy I've ever been around. He's omnipresent at any and all Suffern events, football practices, every possible game you could think of, fall, winter, and spring. Bill could be found rooting on a Suffern team. He's so involved in the community. He goes to all the board meetings, community meetings. He inspired so many young men on the football fields over the years. The students absolutely love him. He leads by example, always doing the drills and running with his team. I've had the good fortune of doing lunch duty with Bill for the last 10 years, and it's a laugh riot every day. We laughed about so many things over the years, it's hard to break it all down. We laughed about teaching and department stuff, but we mostly talked and laughed about Suffern sports. It's a shame that future generations of student athletes will not get a chance to meet and work with him. Bill, you're the definition of going above and beyond for staff and students. You'll be dearly missed and wish you the very best in retirement. But we'll see you again in the fall for our sports events this coming year." Thank you. And now I'd like to call up Mr. John Canty. So many of us know John Canty's impact on all of us in the room and beyond. But if you really want the essence of what John means to our community, I'd invite you to come to Suffern High at 10:30 a.m. during unit lunch. At that exact moment, each and every day, you'll see John standing fittingly right in the heart of our school, near the gym and near the auditorium. Every day at this time, countless teachers will come to him for mentorship. Administrators will come to him for a check-in and some advice. Students of all backgrounds will come up to him excitedly for their daily, "Hi, Mr. Canty." And our wrestlers will come to seek guidance and support from Coach Canty and just to experience that sense of belonging that they may never have had before meeting Coach. This moment says everything about John. As a friend, colleague, leader, and coach, he truly is at the heart of everything we do. While I've only had this 1 year to get to know John, I feel like I've known him for 10. And that's because John is one of the most selfless people I've gotten to know in education. He will always have time for you to share his wisdom and experience, and sometimes just to listen. You'll leave a conversation with him feeling supported and empowered to do what's right. I would now like to share a bit of John's background, as well as thoughts from his colleagues on what has made him such a special member of our community. John graduated St. Lawrence University with a BA in English and Economics and was also a 2-time NCAA All-American as a wrestler. He went on to coach wrestling for St. Lawrence and Wesleyan University. John started at Suffern Middle in 1994 and then came up to the high school and taught a range of subjects from English to AP Global to legal studies. He ended up being a pillar of the social studies department. He coached football and softball and was the man behind building a stellar wrestling program. He served as SCA president, is this correct, 26 years? 24. Feels like 26, right?
46.
Okay. And he was a natural in the role, according to his colleagues. They shared, John is a great problem solver and always worked collaboratively with all stakeholders, especially building and district admin to resolve problems. Here are some notes that his colleagues wanted him to hear about his work. John goes above and beyond for all his students with genuine compassion and concern. John has been a great mentor and fabulous friend throughout my entire career. His impact is immeasurable, and I know I have some big shoes to fill. Another staff member said, he's an advocate for all students and for all programs, both academic and athletic, that provide our students with a unique opportunity that Suffern is known for. From his department chair, 3 years ago when we decided to pilot the Civic Readiness Initiative, John was the pioneer for the department. He led us with new innovative civics projects. He embraced the idea of civic readiness, and all our students at SHS are better for it. From another staff member, John Canty is Mr. Suffern. He loves this district and the athletic department. He coached all 3 seasons and wore many hats. He always did right by the kids in the program. He coached many high-level athletes and state champions in wrestling. He's a huge loss to our athletes and to our department. And finally, from a dear colleague of his, first and foremost, as everyone who's ever had the good fortune of working with him and getting to know John Canty can attest, the man is an absolute sweetheart. As an educator, as a union president, John has always been the consummate professional. His keen intellect, his sharp wit, and his wonderful countenance are just some of what I'll always remember and appreciate about John. What's more, John is the ultimate team player in that he's that guy who simply makes those around him better. John does what he does out of a profound respect for the teaching profession and out of a love of and commitment to his students and his colleagues. As he begins a new chapter in his life, we all wish John continued success and tremendous happiness spent with those nearest and dearest to him, including his amazing wife, Kristen, and all of their wonderful kids, all of whom are Suffern High grads. Words cannot express the gratitude that I and so many others owe John for your leadership, your collegiality, and most importantly, your friendship. We love you, Johnny. Those words certainly say a lot about Mr. John Canty. There'll be no such thing ever as replacing John. He's truly one of a kind, and we'll miss him dearly.
Thank you, Paul. And I not only think that you and Bill are the only Red Sox fans in the building, but probably in New York, I think. So finally, our last building today will be the middle school. So I want to invite up Andrew Trust.
Hi, everyone. First, I'd like to start off by thanking the superintendent, Dr. Gunderson, and the Board of Education for putting together such a nice night. It's not often that we get to come and celebrate those that we work so closely with, and I'm honored to be able to stand up here and speak about our retirees. Our first retiree is Anita Ciriello. Come on up, Anita. For 40 years, Anita has dedicated herself to teaching Spanish, with the last 25 years spent enriching the Suffern Central School District. Anita began her teaching journey in Spain, instructing English to Spanish-speaking students, and this early experience shaped her teaching philosophy and ignited her passion for languages. From the minute I met Anita during my time at Suffern High School, I knew how dedicated she was to her students. Her commitment to their success has been evident in everything she does. Anita has been more than a teacher. She has been a mentor, a guide, a friend, creating a nurturing environment where students felt safe and motivated. Anita's influence extends beyond the classroom. She has been a tireless advocate for the World Language Program, organizing trips, events, and immersion programs that broaden the students' horizons. Her colleagues view her as a source of wisdom and support, and her dedication to professional development and innovative teaching sets the standard for excellence. Over the last 4 years, Anita has played a pivotal role in developing the Spanish Language Arts program at Suffern Middle School, ensuring its success and providing students with a strong foundation in the Spanish language and culture. It was in early March when Anita stopped into my office to see if I had a minute to talk. In that conversation, she told me that she was retiring, and I responded, "No, you're not." She laughed and said, "Yes, I am," to which I said, "No, you're not." We went back and forth like this for a few minutes, and I obviously lost. Anita, your retirement marks the end of an era for Suffern, but the beginning of a new chapter for you. May you find joy in every moment of this new journey. Your legacy of excellence, passion, and dedication is immeasurable. Congratulations. Our next retiree is Miss Kathy Ravicki. Come on up, Kath. Kathy is a distinguished educator who has graced the halls of Suffern Middle School for an impressive 21 years. In her time at SMS, Kathy has left a lasting mark on our school community, inspiring countless students and colleagues with her passion for teaching and her unwavering commitment to excellence. Kathy's tenure at Suffern Middle School has been defined not only by her longevity, but by her unwavering dedication to holding her students to the highest standards. Her passion for social studies is matched only by her insistence that every student reach their full potential. Kathy believes fervently in the power of education to transform lives. She works tirelessly to ensure that her students receive nothing less than the best. In Kathy's classroom, mediocrity is not an option. She challenges her students to think critically, to analyze deeply, and to strive for greatness in everything they pursue. Through her rigorous standards, she empowers her students to realize their full potential and take ownership of their learning journey. But Kathy's dedication to excellence extends far beyond the classroom. Kathy takes the time to become personally connected to her students. She understands that there are times that the students are affected by sources beyond their control and does all she can to provide support and guidance for those that are in need. She is a staunch advocate for her students and only wants the best for them. Kathy, as you embark on this new chapter, know that your legacy at Suffern Middle School is secure. Your dedication to excellence has made a long-lasting impact on generations of students, and your influence will be felt long after you have retired. May your retirement be filled with the same passion and dedication that has defined your career, and may you continue to inspire excellence wherever your journey takes you. Congratulations. Our next retiree is Dave Yarrington. What's up, Dave? So Dave actually works at Cherry Lane right now, but he worked at Suffern Middle School for a really long time, so I decided to do the speech. Our next retiree is Dave Yarrington. After nearly 3 decades devoted to nurturing young minds and instilling in them a love of music, Dave is hanging up his conductor's baton. He has touched countless lives and helped to shape the musical soul of Suffern Central and Suffern Middle School. Dave's impact cannot be measured in years alone, though 29 years in Suffern Central and 21 years at Suffern Middle School are both very impressive numbers. Dave's enduring dedication is found in every student who ever walked into his classroom. As you can imagine, middle school students can be hesitant or unsure if they really want to travel down that musical path. Dave helped them discover a world of rhythm and melody that would stay with them forever. It resonates in the harmonies they've learned to sing and the chords they learned to play. As an educator, Dave was more than a teacher. He was a mentor, a guide, and a believer. He saw potential in each of his students, even when they struggled to see it in themselves. With patience, wisdom, and infectious passion for his craft, he coaxed out notes of beauty and watched as his students grew more confident. For Dave, teaching music was never just about mastering an instrument. It's about helping his students find their own unique voice. As a colleague, Dave was a cornerstone of our school community. His welcoming presence and his ease of talk made him a joy to work with. Dave, as you step onto the stage of this new chapter of life, we want to thank you. Thank you for the music you brought into our lives, for the lessons that went far beyond the classroom, for being a teacher, a mentor, and a friend. Your legacy will live on in every note your students ever play, in every song they ever sing. Congratulations. Our next retiree is Jeff Mayer. Come on up, Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
I'm well. How's it going?
I'm good.
Good. Good to see you.
When you think of Jeff, a few words immediately come to mind: passion, thoroughness, and a tremendous love of teaching. He isn't just an educator, he's a mentor, a guide, and a constant source of encouragement for his students. Jeff has a gift for making each child feel seen, heard, and valued. He understands that every student learns differently, and he goes above and beyond to meet them where they are, pushing them to grow academically and personally. He is a man that has dedicated his life to the noble pursuit of education, inspiring countless young minds over 3 decades. For 19 of those years, Jeff has been the heart and soul of Suffern Middle School, and his impact is unmatched. Jeff's passion for the humanities is infectious. He has a way of making even the most complex concepts engaging and accessible. His lessons are never dry or mundane. Instead, they're dynamic, interactive, and memorable. He knows how to spark curiosity in his students, igniting a love of learning that will serve them well throughout their lives. Jeff's impact also extends beyond the classroom walls. He's a role model for both his students and colleagues by demonstrating integrity, kindness, and a tireless work ethic. He shows his students what it means to be a good person, persevere through challenges, and always strive for excellence. He celebrates their successes and supports them through their struggles, providing a steady, reassuring presence in their lives. As Jeff moves on to the next chapter of his journey, he should do so with the knowledge that he leaves Suffern Middle School a better place than when he first walked through its doors. Jeff, as you're riding your bike or playing pickleball in your new home in Florida, always remember your presence in our school made all of us want to be better. Your unwavering commitment to excellence has raised the bar for all of us, inspiring us to be better educators and better people. Congratulations. Last but not least, we have Gail Yodowitz. Come on up, Gail. Just wait for Jeff to be done. He talks a lot. Always. As Gail embarks on her well-deserved retirement, we honor her decades of dedication to shaping young minds and inspiring futures. Gail's passion for family and consumer science has been evident in every lesson, every project, and every life skill imparted. She has taught her students not only to cook and sew, but to be self-sufficient and creative problem solvers. Beyond facts, Gail has been a pillar of our AVID program. She has been its fiercest champion, believing in the potential of every student, especially those who need that extra push. Gail's influence has extended beyond her classroom and into the very fabric of our school community. Her unwavering support of our Leader in Me program has been a driving force, helping cultivate a culture of empowerment and principle-based leadership. She has embraced the 7 habits, modeling them in her own actions and infusing them in her teachings. Through family and consumer science, Gail has shown students how to put first things first by prioritizing tasks and managing time effectively with sewing projects, has encouraged her students to think win-win by promoting collaboration and mutual respect. In AVID, she has helped students discover their voices by teaching them to seek first to understand, then to be understood, and find their unique strengths. Gail's dedication to Leader in Me has helped our school become a more empowering, student-focused community. She has inspired a growth mindset and a sense of responsibility and understanding that every student can be a leader. Gail's legendary talkative nature has been both a blessing and a curse. Her stories, insights, and words of wisdom have enriched every conversation. As she retires, I can't help but feel a pang of sympathy for her husband, Bob. After all, Bob now has the full force of Gail's undivided attention. Bob, I hope you have a comfortable pair of headphones ready because Gail's greatest stories and advice are yet to come. Congratulations, Gail.
Thank you very much, Andrew. So I just wanted to, and sometimes I go back and forth. Am I going to say something I not? So I told Paul Adler that I might say something about one of the people. Then when he came up, he said, no, I'm not gonna. But I just have to, besides the superintendent, my fellow people, assistant superintendents, administrators in central office, and the building principals, John Canty's probably the person that I work the closest with in the district and that I speak with the most on a almost daily basis, weekly basis. So coming to a new district, there's always the institutional knowledge that you need. I know this was a district with about 430 teachers. And, I didn't know much about Suffern because I'm from upstate New York, where I know that someone's moving to upstate New York. So I didn't know much about it. But when I came here, it seemed like an instant rapport with John. So I didn't know whether it's because we're both cool social studies teachers, whether because his wife and I are both Richmond Spiders, that were there at the same time. So, but then I realized that John has an excellent rapport with everybody. So it wasn't just me or anything that I could take credit for. But I just want to thank John for helping me my first 5 years here to navigate the waters. I don't think people realize what he does, not just for his bargaining unit, but for the students, for the community, and for the other bargaining units, that he's always advocating for what's best for this community and the school district. And I've never seen it before in a person that I've worked with, a staff member or unit president. So I just want to thank him for all the work that he's done and all the help he's given me as well. Thanks, John. So with that, I want to thank everyone who helped. Angela Corbo, my office, sent out the invitations. Heather Campbell for getting the bags and taking all the responses to that. I know Eric already thanked Janet, to thank her again as well. Most of you have to come back to work tomorrow. A couple of you don't, so you are really retired. And I just want to wish you all again that you get the time to do all the things that you love, and they're able to choose to do the things that you don't like to do in your retirement. We are going to take a recess now to enjoy what's left of the food before the regular board meeting starts. So again, thank you everybody for coming, and congratulations to our retirees.